She had to be under a spell. But Luna could sense that sort of enchantment, and there was none of Fluttershy. The Pegasus was not the only one who seemed different. Discord's eyes never left Fluttershy, and he was gentle with every movement he made with her. Also, what he had created out here was not his usual wacky construction. Everything was orderly, even the tuxedo he was wearing. A tuxedo. His voice was different as well, softer, kinder. It was not the Draconicus Luna had helped turn to stone. It had to have been an act. He was pulling the charade to seduce the Pegasus. That had to be it. But then something shocking happened. As they were turning slowly, Fluttershy laid her head to Discord's chest. He looked just as surprised as Luna was. Then his expression turned to a smile, and he tenderly stroked his partner's mane, staring at her dreamily. Luna's jaw dropped. She knew that look. Could it be that the Lord of Chaos was in? She shook the idea out of her mind. No, it was impossible. With a heart as stone cold as his, there was no way he could be capable of such an emotion. Creatures like him could never change. Then again, who was she to judge someone in such a manner? She of all ponies would know better than to label someone as completely evil. She had been wondering why Discord had demanded a bride. Seeing the way he was looking at Fluttershy right now helped her to comprehend. 1,000 years he had suffered alone, as did he. The difference between them was that Luna had her sister. Discord had no one to let him in until now. Until now, it seemed. So was this genuine? When the song ended, Discord summoned a stone bench right in front of Luna's hiding place. The princess ducked as he led Fluttershy over. She decided to let this offence slide, and teleported out of there before she could be spotted. The two sat there awkwardly for a while, waiting for the other to break the ice. They still glanced at each other, but looked away before the other could notice. Fluttershy smoothed out her dress, while Discord rubbed the back of his neck, before looking at her again. After a few minutes, she finally caught him. "What are you staring at?" she asked quietly. Discord spit, as if the answer was obvious. "Why, you, of course!" A chill ran down her spine as he reached out and brushed his claw against her cheek. "So beautiful," he whispered. Fluttershy kindly pushed his claw away. "Is that all you can say?" He blinked in surprise. "What do you mean?" "Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm flattered, but—" She looked away. "Is that the only reason you like me? That you think I'm a pretty face?" "Oh, Fluttershy, no! How could you say that?" He took her hooves. "First of all, your face is not pretty. It's beautiful. And second, I don't think you're beautiful. You are beautiful. Of course I admire you for it, but that's not the only reason. You're gentle, kind, brave. You have a lovely voice. Your stare practically turns me on." Discord winced. "Forget that last part. The point is that I find everything about you fascinating." Fluttershy blushed slightly. "That's very sweet." He curved his body around her, placed his hand on her shoulders. "I speak the truth, my dear. You are everything I could ever ask for." She closed her eyes as he leisurely ran his fingers through her hair. His face was so close that she could feel his warm breath. A month ago this would have frightened her, but now she just wanted him to keep stroking her, soothing her, whispering these things in her ear. Whenever he was around, she felt safe and secure, beautiful and important, cared for and adored. "Fluttershy," Discord whispered. She uttered absent-mindedly. "Might I ask you a teensy question? It's not the usual one." She turned her head towards him. He turned her head towards him. "May I kiss you?" Fluttershy opened her eyes in shock. "What?" He quickly moved away from her. "Sorry, I've just never kissed anyone before, and since we're friends, you wouldn't mind." "Okay," she replied weakly. "You know, just this once, and—" "Wait, what was that?" She breathed and boldly faced him. "One kiss wouldn't hurt." Discord stared at her as she shut her eyes and waited. For a moment he hesitated. He was not expecting her to actually cooperate. This might be his only chance. He gently took her face in his hands and leaned forward. What if she doesn't enjoy it? What if she hates me for the rest of my life? What are you waiting for? Do it now! He panicked and kissed her on the forehead before quickly pulling away. Fluttershy opened her eyes in confusion. Discord, she said slowly. Are you nervous? He scoffed. Nervous? Why would I be nervous? It's okay. I'm nervous too. Draconicus blinked. You are? She hung her head. Well, I've never been kissed either, and if I'm never going to meet any pony else in my life. She strode off and looked back up at him. I won't mind. Go ahead. Discord gulped. Alright, here it goes. She closed her eyes as he leaned toward her again. He was only an inch away from her lips when his panic returned. When nothing happened for a while, Fluttershy closed the gap between them, causing Discord's eyes to widen in shock. Unbeknownst to him, his pupils became heart-shaped, and after a few seconds his eyelids slid closed. Never in his existence had he experienced such a thing as wondrous as this. He did not want it to end, but she broke away too soon. Fluttershy glanced off to the side, while Discord recovered from his stupor. That was... he stammered. Nice, she finished. Neither of them said anything for a while. How about another dance? He asked suddenly. After dancing a few more songs, Fluttershy let out a yawn. Are you all right, my dear? She nodded. I'm just tired. Can we go home now? He grinned at the fact that she had called his castle home, and scooped her into his arms. Of course, my sweet. They disappeared in a flash, along with the pavilion, returning it to the clearing it was before. They reappeared in front of Fluttershy's bedroom. Do you want me to tuck you in? No, thank you, the Pegasus said, flying out of his arms. Thank you for tonight. It was lovely. She surprised him with a peck of the cheek. Good night. Sleep well, my sweet, Discord said, putting a hand where she had kissed him. She did not take his eyes off him until the door was shut. Discord then teleported to his room and cried, Yes! He brought the bed down so he could catch him as he collapsed. He had just kissed the most beautiful pony in the world, and she was one step closer to finally becoming his. After replaying the events of the evening in his head, his grin slowly disappeared as realization hit him. There was no use denying it anymore. I've fallen in love with her. Oh my god. My eyes. My eyes hurt me. My eyes are hurting me. Just hold on a minute. I'm just looking at stuff. Oh, it's coming soon. So we're very close to the end, guys. We're on chapter 14, and there's only, well, counting this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chapters to go, and so we're finished. And then we move on to the next one, the sequel. Now, well, actually, I'll talk about this next time.